Have you ever wondered why you have your mother's eyes or your father's hair? This is the magic of genetics, the scientific study of inheritance. It's like a complex game of biological mix and match that makes us who we are. At the heart of this process are units of inheritance known as genes. These genes are like tiny blueprints, carrying instructions for everything from your height to your eye color. Now, where do you find these genes? They are located on structures called chromosomes, which reside in the nucleus of every cell in your body. Think of chromosomes as the library of your body, housing all the books or genes containing the instructions that make you, you. As we venture into the fascinating world of genetics, we'll explore the chromosomal theory of inheritance, delve into the work of Morgan on Drosophila melanogaster, and understand the process of meiosis. In the next few minutes, we will unravel the fascinating world of genetics. What if I told you that your traits are determined by tiny structures within your cells known as chromosomes? Yes, you heard it right. The chromosomal theory of inheritance, as it is known, has a fascinating premise. This theory posits that our genes, those tiny units of heredity that govern our traits, are nestled comfortably on chromosomes. These chromosomes are not just passive spectators, they are active players in the game of inheritance. When parents pass on their traits to their offspring, they're essentially passing on these chromosomes, complete with the genes they carry. It's like a relay race, where the baton of heredity is handed down from generation to generation. But who would just accept a theory without proof? Enter the scientist, Thomas Hunt Morgan. He gathered evidence to support this theory, giving it the solid foundation it needed to be widely accepted. So, in essence, this theory was proved by the work of a scientist named Thomas Hunt Morgan. Thomas Hunt Morgan, an American geneticist, used fruit flies to confirm the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Now let's take a closer look at Morgan's groundbreaking work. Morgan chose the fruit fly, or Drosophila melanogaster, for his experiments due to its short life cycle and the ease with which it could be studied. He observed thousands of fruit flies, noting their physical traits and the traits of their offspring. In one of his experiments, Morgan discovered a single male fly with white eyes instead of the common red. He bred this fly and found that the white-eyed trait was more commonly passed on to males. This indicated that the gene for eye color was located on the X chromosome, providing concrete evidence that genes reside on chromosomes. Morgan's findings were revolutionary. His work with Drosophila melanogaster didn't just confirm the chromosomal theory, it showed us how traits are inherited through generations. Morgan's work laid the foundation for our modern understanding of genetics. How do these chromosomes move from one generation to the next? Great question. Let's journey into the world of cell division, specifically meiosis, to find out. Meiosis is a two-step process, cleverly named meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, that results in the creation of 4 unique daughter cells, each with half the number of chromosomes as the parent cell. This process is fundamental in the production of germ cells or sex cells, ensuring each one receives the correct number of chromosomes. Now let's dive into meiosis 1. This first stage is all about separation. It starts with a cell that has duplicated its DNA, so each chromosome consists of 2 identical sister chromatids. The process begins with prophase 1. Here the chromosomes condense and pair up with their corresponding homologous chromosome. This pairing allows for a process called crossing over, where the chromosomes exchange genetic material, resulting in genetic diversity. Next, we move to metaphase 1, where the paired chromosomes line up along the cell's middle. In anaphase Y, the paired chromosomes separate and move to opposite ends of the cell. Finally, in telophase 1 and cytokinesis, the cell splits into 2 new cells, each with half the original number of chromosomes. But we're not done yet. Next comes meiosis 2, which is similar to a standard cell division process, or mitosis. During prophase 2, the chromosomes, each still made of 2 sister chromatids, condense again. In metaphase 2, the chromosomes line up along the middle of the cell. Anaphase 2 sees the sister chromatids finally separate, becoming individual chromosomes that move to opposite ends of the cell. Telophase 2 and cytokinesis finally split each cell into 2, resulting in 4 unique cells, each with a single set of chromosomes. These cells are now ready to join with another germ cell and begin the cycle of life anew. Through this complex dance of division and recombination, meiosis ensures that each germ cell is unique, and yet carries the necessary genetic information from its parent cell. Through meiosis, the chromosomes carrying our genes are passed to the next generation. What are these special cells that carry our genetic information to the next generation? Well, those are germ cells, the VIPs of the cellular world. Germ cells are quite unique. These are the cells that undergo a special process known as meiosis to produce sperm and eggs. Unlike other cells in our bodies, it's only germ cells that have the privilege to pass on genes to the next generation. Think of it like this. If our bodies were a grand theatre play, germ cells would be the script writers. They draft the script containing all the genetic information and hand it over to the sperm and eggs, our lead actors. The sperm and egg then take this script forward, carrying it into the next act, or rather, the next generation. So germ cells are not just cells. They are the architects of inheritance, the custodians of our genetic legacy. So, in essence, it is through our germ cells that we pass on our traits to our children. We've journeyed through the complex world of genetics, from chromosomes to germ cells. We began by understanding the chromosomal theory of inheritance, which postulates that our genes, the fundamental units of heredity, reside on chromosomes. These chromosomes, carrying genes, are the blueprints for life, dictating everything from your hair color to your predisposition to certain diseases. Then, we delved into the groundbreaking work of Morgan on Drosophila melanogaster, commonly known as the fruit fly. His experiments provided empirical evidence to the chromosomal theory, revolutionizing our understanding of genetics. We also explored the process of meiosis, which occurs in two distinct stages, meiosis 1 and 2. This process is crucial for sexual reproduction, as it halves the number of chromosomes, creating unique combinations for diversity. We concluded with germ cells, the cells that undergo meiosis to produce gametes, the carriers of genetic material to the next generation. Next time you look in the mirror, remember, you're not just seeing yourself, but a reflection of your genetic history.